I'm about to make myself a quench tank for oil. I have this galvanized trash can that I welded some wheels on and sealed it up on the bottom, and I keep that full of water as a quench tank for water. But you know, making knives and seems like I'm always making something bigger than that pot that I have underneath my forge. That's actually what I keep the cooking oil in that I use for quenching. It's just vegetable oil. Anyways, it's not deep enough. Here's why. I've been working on this big camp chopper. It's more of a machete than a knife. It's 24 inches overall, 15.5 inch sharpened edge, made from lawnmower blade. It's a pretty big blade, and my little crock pot over there, or whatever you want to call it, little cooking pot, isn't going to be big enough to quench that. So, looking around my scrap pile, and I found these. This is just an old wheelbarrow wheel, nothing fancy. I've cleaned up the top of it because I need to weld the hole shut, and wanted to have a nice clean surface to weld my pipe to. The pipe is left over from the rear bumper that I made for my truck, and it's actually weld drilling casing. And if you look in the end here, can't see it really well, but that's the female end that you use to screw together the sections of weld drill casing. So that is some mean stuff. I mean, it's, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch thick. Pretty heavy stuff. I mean, it's definitely overkill for a quench tank, but it doesn't matter. That's what I have laying around. So from here to here is 6 inches, and that's the area where the threads are at. And then it comes to a smaller hole right about here. So the quench tank will actually be from here up. And I measured out, I'll have exactly 20 inches or quench tank. So pretty much anything I want to make, unless I get into making swords, which I don't see that happening. But you know, machetes and short swords, big knives, all that kind of stuff, I'll be able to quench in this. So I'm going to get, I've already got my end prepped, my wheel prepped. So all I need to do now is seal up the top of that wheel, make sure that everything is closed up good, and then set my pipe on it, get it squared up, and weld her up. Alright, I've got the quench tank in place, no leaks, and I just poured the oil in, so all the air bubbles are still working their way to the top. It held about 1.5 gallons of oil, so pretty good capacity. But hopefully that'll be a big enough cylinder, and I'll be finding out pretty soon when I go to quench this chopper that I'm working on. So there's a little idea for a quench tank. Thanks for watching.